The USA women's national soccer team is headed to St. Louis to take on China at Energizer Park coming up June 3rd. And at the center of it all is a St. Louisan who played 219 games with the national team. She is now hanging up her cleats, but there's a big celebration happening right here in her hometown. Of course, we are talking about Ladue High School grad and one of the greatest defenders and leaders in U.S. women's national team history, Becky Sauerbrunn. Becky, how are ya?
I'm doing really well, thank you. How are you?
We are thrilled to have you with us today. We are all doing well, so we can congratulate you on your success. And that's kind of where we wanted to start it. How did you get to be where you are growing up playing soccer here in St. Louis?
Well, I really credit the lengths of my career and where I've gotten to be because of growing up in St. Louis and because it has such a rich soccer history. And I remember just growing up, I played in the Olivet Athletic Association like a lot of us do, playing with just like my school friends at a local park, and then getting to play indoor soccer because that's really popular in St. Louis, and going to, St. Louis ambush games and Steamers games on the weekends, and then just having the quality of coaches in St. Louis. And I feel very fortunate because I do think my career has reached this point because of where I grew up and who made me the player that I am today.
That just makes me so excited and gives so much hope to the youth soccer players here right now. And you took it so much farther than youth soccer, than college soccer. You played 219 games for the women's national team. What moment during your very long and historic career sticks out to you the most?
Oh, I've been very fortunate that there have been a lot of moments, but I have to say, I think winning the gold medal in the 2012 London Olympics, I think that was a huge moment because that was the first huge tournament that I had won. And then following that up in 2015 with a World Cup championship. I mean, it's tough to beat those moments because you've reached just the upper echelon of your sport. And then I would also have to say that I got to celebrate my 200th cap celebration in St. Louis. And that was really special because you rarely get to play in your hometown, and for it to be something where I also got celebrated for having played my 200th appearance, it was really special.
I'm glad you mentioned playing in your hometown because, yes, the women's national team is coming back to your hometown. The big game is on June 3rd. You are not going to be playing, but rather you're going to be on the broadcast team. What can we expect with that?
Yeah, potentially. So I just kind of started dabbling in broadcasting, and I got to do the She Believes tournament just this past month, and it was such a great experience. And so it's something that I'm looking forward to, and I hope that I get to do in the future. So yeah, there's the potential that I'll also be working the game in St. Louis, which is really fun because I love that I get to stay around soccer and stay around the national team because it's such a fun, special group. And so any stories that I get to tell, I take that very seriously because I think when it comes to women in media, we need more people telling these stories that have lived them and can express them authentically. So I'm really excited about that.
And we are so excited to have you back because you are also being honored before the big game. Please tell us what it's like to have that take place in your hometown.
Well, when I retired at the end of last season, I did it kind of quietly. I was kind of hoping to just kind of peace out and exit through the back door. And I got a call from our press officer on the national team, and he was like, hey, there's a game in St. Louis in June. We would love to honor you. And it's too perfect of an opportunity to pass up. So I said, absolutely. I'd be very honored for the national team to honor me before the game.
We're so glad that you agreed to do it. So my final question for you, when you are in town for the big game, what food are you going to be enjoying back here in St. Louis?
Well, I mean, I've been away from St. Louis pretty much since I was 18. So whenever I get to have just home cooked food at my mom's house, I'm always very happy. But Emo's Pizza is always near and dear to my heart. And then apparently I need to try some barbecue. I hear there's a new barbecue place near the stadium.
You're going to like it. We are so excited to have you back in town. That big game again on June 3rd. Becky, thank you for everything that you have done and how you are still blazing the trail for so many young girls and women to follow in your footsteps.
Thank you so much.
Friends.